All right, well, Tim Hightower gives the Redskins the touchdown lead. While we wait for the extra point and get things going, we're going to give Eric another chance to go one-on-one. This time he's going to sit down with Bobby Duncan and Andy Bertelson from the Black Matches here on Not Your Ordinary Sports Show.
I've been broken by this day. The thought of losing everything we could have saved. Even though we had a chances to change, and we got lost trying to place the blame. But now I know I'm better than all the times I fought to hold it together. So from now on, I'm gonna give myself a chance.
Who's that?
That's the guy who did it.
All right, you just saw Bobby Duncan there of the Black Matches taking some time. And also got Andrew Bertelson out here, the Texas Renegades, kind of the same thing. We'll get into that a little bit. But tell me, first of all, tell me kind of your beginning, and then we'll get to his beginning, and we'll kind of go from there.
I was, I guess, 16 years old when I started writing songs in high school for friends and stuff because I thought it was cool. I got into Texas music real quick, you know. I mean, everybody was my age. And Pat was getting real big, and we just all kind of fell in love with it. So I started doing it and playing for my friends. And then when I was 18, I started playing open mics, and I ran into a bunch of really great songwriters that I'm still friends with. And it kind of just blossomed from there. Made a record at 19, and I guess 6 years ago this week, I started my first record.
Wow. Now, first for me, growing up, it was Pat Green. Pat Green, Corey Morrow, going in Midland, seeing street dances for $5, watching those guys, Roger Krieger. We were talking about that a little bit off. I think you guys might have played the same spots that some of those guys have played too, which is kind of crazy. What were the big influences on yours? You mentioned Pat. Who were some of the big influences for you?
Starting out, Pat. Pat made me want to start playing guitar and writing songs, and Cross Canadian Ragweed made me want to start a band with some people.
There you go. I've actually crowed across really well. We started there's a charity softball tournament that every year in Austin, but some of the other time we'll talk about that. Now, tell me how the Black Matches came to. I know you're part of the Texas Renegades. I think you were doing a solo gig for a while. Tell me how the formation of the Black Matches happened.
Well, I had a band for 5 years, did my own thing, and I made a couple records, and we promoted those records as my band, and then I got rid of them and went to the solo acoustic deal. I guess it was a year ago in July, and about halfway through that, I was it's kind of boring to travel by yourself and be by yourself all the time. It's really fun to kind of learn music again that way. But these guys had a band that was touring forever, and then their tour schedule kind of slowed down a little bit, and I just called them one day, and I was like, hey man, we should just try to do something together. It was like a little change of pace, and it took a couple months to really get it going, but once it did, it took off. We had a great time. That first weekend we did stuff. It was a hell of a time.
Now, how does that happen now when you bring, obviously you guys have been doing your own thing for a while there, and now you're bringing in a guy that's probably, now are you considered the lead singer, or how's that working? Are there titles? Do you try to stay away from that kind of stuff?
We split lead singing duties right down the middle, and then a lot of the stuff.
You guys can both play guitar, right?
Yeah.
You guys both can do the
play guitar.
But yeah, we split the lead singing duties, even on some of the stuff, because we do a lot of covers. It's kind of our MO. It's what we really like to do. We like to draw attention to other songwriters that maybe don't play as much or don't have don't play in front of big enough crowds or stuff. And so we'll take even our old songs that we did by ourselves, and we'll share lyrics on that.
Sure.
Because we've just been fans of each other forever, and it was easy. And it was adding one guy rather than starting this whole new band with a bunch of different people. So.
Now, how was for you? How was that kind of that? I guess going into that, was it a feeling out because you didn't know the guys very well? I mean, I'm sure you've listened to them.
I knew them well enough, but I hadn't lived with them for 5 years.
Because that's a process. I mean, obviously, how many days a year are you guys on the road?
I don't know.
But a lot.
Yeah.
A majority, right? I mean,
see,
200,
I've been home since last Sunday. I've been home one day. So
I mean, you guys are on the road a lot. So obviously, you got a tour bus, I'm sure.
We have a tour van.
So that's even tighter quarters, though. I mean, people don't realize. I think people, I think people at home. I think people, they see the concerts.
Yeah.
They see the concerts. They see the songwriting. They see the playing in front of whoever. Even if it's at a cool bar or whatever. It might not be the biggest crowds, but they look at that and say, man, that's really cool. But I was talking with Bob Smiley earlier about this. They don't see the grind. They don't see what it's like day in and day out, going, driving all night to get somewhere and not really having a full night's sleep and
not having a hotel room.
Not having a hotel room, because you're obviously on a budget. You're doing like everybody else. What's the grind been like for you guys? Talk about the grind kind of coming up, and has it eased up a little bit now? You're getting a little bit bigger, or is it just as tough?
I think it's just as tough, especially getting older. It's a lot harder to be. You get more complacent with life, I think, because you get older. And I've had a girlfriend for a year and a half, so it's a little harder to leave. When I was 18 to 24, it was easy. I was ready to go every Wednesday, But the grind never changes. It's just like being, a pro football player. You got to leave at some point, and it's rough.
How about for you?
Same way, it gets easier to do, but yet harder to do at the same time.
Now, do you purposely try to stay away from anything that kind of ties you down because of that? I.e., buying a house, having family, doing anything just because you're,
Yeah, I mean, without a set salary, it's hard to buy a house and stuff. But
that's neither here nor there.
I got a dog, and now I have a girlfriend. So I mean, I'm steadily working my way into stuff that'll tie me down. But
all right, quick one-word answers. Favorite Pat Green song.
Crazy.
That's mine too.
Yeah.
What's the favorite Pat Green song?
Oh my God. So many.
Although I have one tattooed on my arm, that's my favorite song ever. But it was a Walt song. We'll get into that later.
My favorite song that Pat Green does is poetry. Take that.
Nice. Favorite place to play in Texas.
Oh man, Billy Bob's, because they treat you like royalty when you're just a nobody.
Nice.
It's awesome.
Right up the road here in the Woodlands.
Do-si-do.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Do-si-do. Now you guys are coming to Houston here pretty soon to play, right?
Yeah, we'll be in the Woodlands on the 8th, and then Firehouse Saloon on the 22nd.
Firehouse is a great place.
Yeah.
We'll definitely come out and see you. Thanks for coming. The Black Matches.
Thanks for having me.
There's a ghost in you, a ghost in me. We go bump in the night despite all my dreams. She's tall and white, tan and free, decorated in grace, the things I need, so perfect. I'm free. I'm gonna wake up alone, this bed I made. Love's addiction.